GT Divide Podcast going to another episode here. So this lady here she finna go ham on them. Uh, she finna go ham on them. I'm gonna let her speak, and then we're gonna talk about what she said afterwards. But she's talking about how essentially her thing is how women say that they sacrifice their bodies for the family, and it's the biggest thing since sliced bread. But but missing the point on men and their sacrifice, which one thing that I found in talking to people being around is that a woman's sacrifice will always be held to higher regard than a man's sacrifice. That's just society. That's just where we at. This is where we're at, fellas. It's just how it is. There's nothing we can do about that. So I'm gonna let her talk real quick, and then we're gonna come back. We might play this clip a couple times, man. I like what she has to say.
Scroll. Is it okay for women to always say that they sacrifice their career for their family, even though men do the exact same thing? Let me explain. So many men will work 12 to 14 hours a day. They'll miss holidays. They'll miss birthdays. They'll come home, only eat dinner, go straight to bed, and do it all over again. Men sacrifice a lot of job opportunities to keep the wife happy and keep the financial situation afloat. And the crazy part about it is the amount of women that don't appreciate a man's sacrifice or don't give a shit about what the men sacrifice, including the milestones of their own children. It's like men aren't allowed. Men will sacrifice.
I'm gonna go real quick before I let him go. I'm gonna say something to that. Absolutely, positively, she is correct. Like I said, it feels like in society, the woman's sacrifice is always bigger than the man's. No matter what, no matter how, no matter what. So, and granted, we don't carry the baby for 9 months. We don't give birth to the baby. All that we understand that. We understand that. And no, and you're not gonna catch a man saying that sacrifice is nothing. You're not going to catch a man that's not going to admire that sacrifice because we all do, man. I would be the first one to tell you I do not want to carry no baby. No, 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 no. I got 4 kids, and I'm happy that they were that I didn't have to carry my 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to do that, and so I'm happy about that. And so what you have to understand is this: that we admire that sacrifice, right? We admire that sacrifice. We bust butt. When that sacrifice come, I remember my first kid. First kid was coming. I knew I was going to have to work more. I didn't care though. I was happy to work more. I was excited to put more miles on my body because I knew, okay, that's what it's going to take to be able to take care of the family. Make sure that that my wife and my son had everything that they needed to have to be able to survive and not have to worry. Right? There's something to it when you're in a relationship with somebody and you don't have to worry, right? Like there's something to it. Like you don't have to worry about the finances, bills being paid. You don't worry if you need it. You don't have to worry about the car. You don't have to worry about nothing. When you can focus on one thing because of the sacrifices of the other person, there's something to be said about that, right? And I feel like that's been brushed under the rug for so long that men are just getting tired of the crap. We're just at the point where we're like, dude, like it's hard to bust your ass for somebody who doesn't appreciate you. That's number one. If somebody doesn't appreciate you, it's hard to work. So it's just like going to a job and your boss doesn't care about what you do, don't care about you. As long as you make them happy and make them money, that's all they care about. They don't care about you personally. You know how hard it is to go to work then? It's hard to go to work. You get up and you're like, I don't even want to go to work. I absolutely positively don't want to go to work. And so she hit some key points. She really did hit some key points, right? Sacrifice. So let's not sit here and act like men don't absolutely positively sacrifice a lot because we definitely do. We will bust our ass 14, 15-hour days, come home, not even complain about it, eat whatever. Dinner won't even be ready. We make our own food. We will make our own food before we go to bed. So we'll come home, we'll make our own food, right? Put our stuff up, go put all our clothes off, shower if we got time to shower, lay the hell down in bed, get up, do it again, right? We'll do that. There's men out there that live that lifestyle. They live that lifestyle, right? And so when we talk about sacrifice and all this other stuff, like I always say, like, man, we are working ourselves to death, right? When a person working themselves to death and there's no appreciation behind it, that is the worst feeling that you can possibly have in a relationship. If you're out here busting your ass and there ain't no appreciation behind that, that's the worst feeling ever. Like, because then you start to think, why am I doing this? But then you have to bring yourself back to, I'm doing this because I got to take care of business. This is what's expected of me, right? And so sacrifice is expected of men. And so that's the reason why they don't get praised because, oh, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do as men. Oh, you're just supposed to sacrifice, man. That's your job. You're doing your job. Whereas women sacrifice, it's like if they sacrifice a little bit, it's like, oh, we gotta have confetti fly out the air because they can sacrifice a little bit. Like that's the type of stuff that society is doing that is modern relationships. ruining modern relationship because now you got an individual who thinks that okay, I need this dude to do everything for me. I ain't gonna do nothing for him. I can care less about him. As long as I'm taken care of, as long as my needs are met, I'm good. I'm straight. He whatever for him. You have that right, and so people in marriages think that that's okay. That's a normal modern 2024 marriage. A man working his ass off, busting his ass every day, coming home to nothing, and that's okay. That's the but that's okay because that's the expectation. And so he don't deserve no praise because that's the expectation. He's meeting expectation, right? That's the problem in society. That's the reason why divorce rates are high. That's the reason why men aren't wanting to get married anymore like they used to. Like who would want to be married into that situation? Like that's the situation that we see unfold quite often. And in society nowadays, we see that unfold so often that that's become the norm. So I'm gonna play her back, and then I'm gonna let him speak too, because he got some rebuttal too. He kind of go in a little bit. He gonna go crazy, but we're gonna let her speak again. This is a female perspective. I like it.
Watch this before you scroll.
Is it okay for women to always say that they sacrifice their career for their family, even though men do the exact same thing? Let me explain. So many men will work 12 to 14 hours a day. They'll miss holidays. They'll miss birthdays. They'll come home, only eat dinner, go straight to bed, and do it all over again. And sacrifice a lot of job.
Pause real quick before I let her finish. Before I let them finish. Life expectancy. Life expectancy of men is lower than women. Why do you guys think that that is? Oh, because they're working themselves to death. Damn. So we're cutting 10 to 15 years off our life, working our asses off. But that sacrifice ain't enough, right? Death, right? A shorter lifespan is not enough sacrifice for y'all. Y'all need some more. But we're going to let this roll.
Job opportunities to keep the wife happy and keep the financial situation afloat. And the crazy part about it is the amount of women that don't appreciate a man's sacrifice or don't give a shit about what the men sacrifice, including the milestones of their own children. It's like men aren't allowed.
Men will sacrifice themselves to make their families happy. Women will sacrifice their families to make themselves happy. She's on point. She nailed it. This is it. At the end of the day, man, there are so many men I talk to worldwide that, that's all they do. Work 12, 14-hour days, come home. They aren't appreciated. They aren't valued. The wife don't give a fuck about them. And they're fucking done, homie. They're defeated. They don't got nothing left in them. I tell them the same thing. Number one, give it to God. Number two, you picked the wrong one, homie. That's it. You have to pick someone like this that acknowledges and understands from both sides what each role is. The man is supposed to provide. The man is supposed to protect. The man is supposed to be that fucking hard worker. But the woman is supposed to acknowledge that. The woman is supposed to nurture that. You understand? You have to have a woman that values you and appreciates you, dog. That's it. That is where you want in life. When you have a girl, hey, you know what? I know you've had an extremely hard day. I don't want to make it any harder on you. I'm gonna make you a nice meal, give you a massage, whatever you need. We're gonna make you feel better. Most men don't have that.
He got a point. My man got a good point. So, he's talking about having a partner that understands both roles, right? That understands both sides. You have to understand both sides. As men, we got to understand the female side. And as females, you got to understand the male side, right? This lady spoke dividends to the majority of men living this day and age. Bust your ass, but busting your ass and making sure that all the bills pay, like that peace of mind that peace of mind that they get, it just baffles me. They get that peace of mind, and they're like, well, I need more. You have peace of mind. Like, if I could literally live my life and not have to worry about paying any damn bills or nothing like that, I'm just doing my thing. I ain't gotta worry about none of that. Like that, the bills just get paid every month, right? I don't think people understand how stressful it is to have to go to work. You gotta go to work. You have to go to work. You have to work that extra job over there. You don't have a choice. Because if you don't work that extra job, your livelihood's on the line. They don't understand when you put the bricks on your shoulders and you're walking every single day. They don't understand that. They don't feel that. There are women out there, there are single moms out there with kids that feel that. And they looking for a dude that'll carry that. But it's women that has a dude that'll carry that shit, and they out here looking, I don't know what they looking for. But it's people out there that literally, this is what they do. There's men out there that bust their asses consistently, right? Make sure that there is peace of mind. There's something to be said about peace of mind, man. When you don't have to worry about nothing. When you don't have to worry about nothing. Like being an adult, like part of being an adult is like worrying about bills. You got to pay bills. Bills got to be paid, right? But when you have a dude who's taking care of that for you, you have peace of mind. You ain't even got to worry about it, right? You ain't even got to worry about it. But it's hard for you to. I'm going. I don't want to. I don't feel like. I don't feel like waiting up to make sure that he cool when he get home. I'm not gonna make nothing for him. He just gonna have to come make it himself, right? You might as well be a roommate at that time. If you living together, right, and you ain't working. Let's say you're not working, you're staying at home doing your thing, and your man busting his ass, and he come home. He's coming home late because obviously he's got to work late, got to make some money, right? He's got to bring the bacon home, and you're just like, nah, I don't even want to get up out of bed and go make him nothing. He got it. But so that's the price that you're gonna pay. So that way you get your peace of mind taken away. And when you get your peace of mind taken away, you gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. When that individual stops doing what he's doing, you 100% are gonna feel it. You're going to feel it. Like I don't understand why women think they're not gonna feel certain things. Like you're gonna feel it. When this dude decides that he's gonna he walking away, now he gone, and you gotta take care of your damn self, right? You no longer have peace of mind. You didn't earn peace of mind, right? Because you took peace of mind for granted because you wanted more. You want this high extreme level. You want more, 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 right? You didn't have an attitude of gratitude. You weren't grateful for what you had, and so now you want more. And now that you want that more, this dude who was giving you 75%, that's his 100%, but it's 75% of what you want, right? Now he gone because you too busy staring at 25%. So now you find a guy that gives you 25%. That's his 100%. It's 25%. He don't give you the other 75 though, right? So you left 75% for 25%, or you allowed 75% to walk out the door because you were focused on 25%. You're focused on the little piece of the pie. The whole man pizza sitting in front of you. The only thing you worry about is the one slice that's missing. That's the mindset that has been placed inside of not just females, but there's men out there like that too. They got that same mindset because of our sorry ass culture. Our culture is sorry as hell. Literally is. Our culture does not value a hard working man. They don't value that no more, man. That's old school. That's traditional. That's old school. Now you got to have a man that's a hard working man. Um, Come home, take care of everything. He needs to be emotional. He needs to cry on demand when you want him to. He needs to massage your feet whenever you want him to. He needs to do this. You got this whole laundry list of what men need to do, but the list of what women need to do is shrinking. Like it's getting smaller. Like that list is getting smaller. Like I'm gonna give you an example real quick of the list of what women need to do. And there's nothing on there, so I'm gonna put that up close to the camera so you can see there's nothing on there. Like you might add one or two lines, but that's it. But the laundry list of stuff that is expected for men, the expectation for men is ridiculous. It's growing. It's growing. Now every situation is different, obviously, but I'm talking about in specific instances where you have peace of mind. If your man gives you peace of mind, that's huge. That's emotional support because you don't have to be emotionally invested in making sure that your damn bills are paid. That's emotional support to me. But for some women, it has to be their realm of emotional. So don't get in the mindset of I gotta have this one track mind where it's only this way. There's multiple ways. There's many different husbands out there. There's not one particular way to be a husband. There's not one particular way to be a wife. So if you got an individual that you're married to and they think that there's this one way, they are incorrect. That's not right. There are so many different types, so many different ways, so many different personalities that go into being a husband because everybody is different. Same thing goes for women. If you got a man in your life and he thinks that there's just one way to be a wife, you're going to have some problems in your relationship because he's not going to budge. He's not gonna budge, guys. He's definitely not gonna budge. I don't went off on a rant on this one, but he's not gonna budge. Period. And so understand from what her perspective, this lady put some gems out there. She dropped dimes on him. For lack of a better term, she dropped some dimes. That was good stuff. Like that's the type of stuff that it's when you hear a woman say it, brings joy to a man's heart. To hear a woman say that it's recognized, right? Because we, as every day, we walk around because it's not being recognized. So we walk around like it's not recognized every single day, right? Every single day we walk around like it's not recognized. But then all of a sudden, you get a woman, because it's different when a woman say it. It's different when a woman can see it. It is different. And like he said, fellas, I mean, sometimes y'all picking the wrong ones out here. I mean, it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do when you get on the receiving end of that. But seriously, respect that. That's huge. Having peace of mind where you ain't gotta worry about nothing is huge. Where you can go and chase your dreams all you want to. Having that peace of mind that you can just do that. You ain't gotta worry about you ain't gotta foot the bill for it. Because every single hour that this dude worked, like going to work and not having a choice is a whole different ball game. It's a whole different perspective that people don't understand. And so take this lady's word as it is. She's on to something. This GT Divide podcast, though, again, I appreciate you guys rocking with me. We back on. We hitting it every week now. You see the polo on. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. If you like our content, like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you share, comment too. If you have anything to say, comment on the bottom. Love to hear from you. Thank you guys. GT Divide podcast. I'm out.